Have you heard of the saying, perception is reality? Success as a leader has very little to do about how you perceive yourself, but more around how others perceive you. For leaders, what people assess and what people observe around your ability and your effectiveness becomes their reality. And when there's a gap between what you think that you do and what you actually do, then that there is a bit of a problem for your employees and your peers. What team members want, they want genuine, they want authenticness, they want congruence with who you are as a leader. They want to be led by a leader who is driven, who has got purpose and meaning, and that can connect the day-to-day operations to the strategic picture and the vision. A successful leader takes time to actually manage these perceptions and get congruence. Now, what does this all mean? Well, let's take this example. As a leader, you want to be approachable, you want to be friendly. So you say, hey, I've got an open door policy. Anybody can see me at any time because my employees are important. But the current reality is that you're busy in your office, the door may be open, and you then cancel one-on-ones. You may not even have one-on-ones, or you have a drive-by in which you walk past someone's desk, you sit on the end of the desk, and you talk at them, you check in or you check up on them, and then you dump a lot of work and then you go away. And that is you saying, well, I care about my employees and I have time for them. But the reality is, and how it's perceived by your team members is this: I've got something to ask the boss. I'm going to go to his office to see if he's got some time available. They walk past, they look in, they see that you're bashing away on your keyboard, or you're on the phone, or you're busy. I won't bother the boss now. He's just too busy. I've got an important matter, but I don't want to disturb them. So I'm just going to leave it. And then they're sat at their desk. They can see you coming. Oh, the boss is coming. Oh, what is he going to do now? Talk at me, check up to make sure I'm doing what he wants me or they want me to do. And they're probably going to sit in the end of my desk and then dump a whole lot of work and go away. That's the next, next time I'm going to see them will be another 2 weeks or another week as a bit of a drive-by. Now, that is a really, really common example that I see quite a lot. And we can see there a real clear gap between what the leader thinks or perceives about themselves. Hey, I'm open and friendly and warm, to what the team member actually experiences, which is their reality. Oh no, the boss is really busy. They don't have time for me, and they're not very caring about what I do. This is just one example of many. Which I could, go over. It's just like saying, hey, I want you to finish work at 5 and go home, but you actually stay to 6 or 7. Don't answer your emails after 5, and you're sending emails after 5. So there is there's no congruence there. There is actually a big gap. Now, as a leader, the higher we progress up an organization, the more disconnected we get from what's actually happening on the cold face, down at the operational day-to-day level. And we get less and less feedback because we become less and less approachable, because we get higher and higher up in our organization, and we become busier and busier. And we have this persona that is other people's realities are looking up saying, oh, I don't want to talk to them. They're too busy. They'll have no time for me. But the successful leader manages these perceptions about themselves to get better results. As I mentioned previously, team members want to work for a leader with a cause, with a purpose that is genuine, authentic, and cares about them. They're invested, and they link the dots between what they do on the coalface to what actually contributes towards the strategic vision. And you've probably heard this before: people leave managers, not organizations. So what does this all mean? If you want to be a great leader, then I've got a few things for you to consider. Number one is to complete a 360-degree feedback survey. And that will give you some insights into your own style, but how you're perceived by others, by direct reports, peers, and also your manager. And you'll be able to close the gap because you have some really tangible feedback. The second one is go back and watch management tip number 4 around your leadership brand. Download the document and complete that brand statement. And then you can actually take those actions towards being the leader that you want to be. Number 3, it's ask for feedback. So openly ask for feedback in your one-on-one conversations. At the end, just ask a question. Hey, is there anything you want from me in the next 2 weeks? Is there anything that you need to tell me? Would you like to change anything about my approach? And it takes a genuine, authentic leader to be a little bit vulnerable here, to go, I'm going to open myself up for feedback here, good, bad, indifferent. Number 4, maybe sit down and look at your values as a leader in conjunction with the leadership brand document. So, and it is around matching values to actions. So if you value team members, what are the actions that you're actually doing on a day-to-day basis to be consistent with that? So are you having one-on-ones? Do you stop and say hello to your direct reports in the morning and say goodbye in the evening? Do you talk about other things rather than just being transactional? And number 5, you need to start building the awareness around the impact that you have on others, not just the words that you say, the approach that you use, the body language, the tone, the posture, because all of that has a massive impact on how other people perform, how they behave, and more importantly, the bigger picture, the culture. So what is the sort of culture that you have in your team? Great leaders take time to understand the spheres of influence that they have, the people that they come into contact with. They then are able to actively adjust their behavior and to actually be aware of the impact that their behaviors and actions and also language has on others. Gone are the days in which you can just be a dictator and try and get results. In this knowledge economy now, people want more than just that transactional approach. They want a manager or a leader as a coach, as an inspiration to be able to be invested in to get the best possible result.